girls, welcome to another episode of Black Men Unfiltered. This week we have something special, something actually wonderful for you guys. So we're going to give you what we think. Of course, everything here is just about our opinions. This week's topic is what is more important to men, money or a trustworthy woman? So as usual, I'm going to go around, get everybody's opinion, and then we'll get into the discussions. So I'll start with my right here, Carl. What is more important to you, money or a trustworthy woman?
At this point in my life, where I am right now, I'd say a trustworthy woman is probably more important to me.
Okay.
A good trustworthy woman.
You, Kwame?
At this point, I'm going to have to say money.
Money.
Yes.
Okay. And you, Elvis? Mr. Controversial.
No, this is straightforward. I would say a good woman.
A good woman.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess. Unfortunately for me, and I say unfortunate because I want it to be a good woman, but unfortunately for me, it's money. I think money is the most important thing to me right now. Okay, so let's get into the weeds of it. Why is it a woman?
Because just looking back at history, just looking at most of the guys we consider successful, or most of the guys that have been successful in history, just in general, they've always had that woman beside them, and usually the woman has been beside them before they hit it big. So I really believe that there's a correlation to it. I believe when you find a good woman, a trustworthy woman, even though she's in the background, she usually doesn't get a lot of the credit. I feel like a lot of who you are can be attributed, especially with these specific successful men that I'm talking about. A lot of who they are comes from the woman that they're with. A woman can build you up. I feel like a woman can help you see what you don't see in yourself. So I believe a woman can help you get to that next level. So that's why I would say that's important.
So, and as much as I agree with you saying that a woman can help you and whatnot, which I agree with 100%, and I think every man should yearn for that, I disagree totally with the saying that a lot of successful men have had the backing of a woman. Because I can mention, and as much as you can mention a successful man that have had women push them, I can mention equally successful men, even much more successful, who have not had a woman in their lives and still made it big.
So right now in life, who would we consider? I mean, successful is
relative.
Successful is very relative. Yeah. So we can't. I can't say I was gonna go the monetary route, but that doesn't really equate to.
I mean, so for me, money is like.
It's a tool.
It is a tool, but beyond that, it's a way of keeping score, right? If I'm successful, yeah. If I told you I'm successful in my relationship, right, it's kind of difficult to measure that. But if I say I'm a successful man and I say I'm worth $100 million, like that's
very measurable.
It's a businessman.
Yes,
that's something that we can quantify and we can put a money to some sort of value to it, which is quantitative,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So. I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, it was difficult for me to come up with whether money or a trustworthy woman should be the most important thing for me. But ultimately, I think as a man, you have certain responsibilities.
Yes.
And money, whether we like it or not, allows you to fulfill most of these responsibilities.
Yes.
So it should be the most important. Now, after you have attained a certain level of success, then other things come in. You need to find that right balance. But if we were to rate them in order of magnitude, money will be it for me, I think. So yeah, let's hear from you, Kwame.
Looking at money being the most important, actually, it's somewhat like a fuse between the two. A good woman can help you get a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. But the money is what's going to allow for you to take care of responsibilities, as you stated. Unfortunately, in this world we live in, is money's first, man. You know, whether you are you have a girlfriend, you're about to get married, whatever it may be. If you don't have money, how are you all going to eat? how do you where do you stay? So I can have a great woman on the side of me. That's all good and dandy. If I don't have any money to assist either one of us, how do we go forward? So it lets you know that at this time of my life, just like the brother stated, money it has to be the first thing that you happen to obtain. If not, nothing else is going to take care of. Like you said, the successful relationship is great. What does that mean if we can't pay? If we can't pay for our food?
I think you're drawing a big contrast right now, making it black and white. Like no money, of course, is gonna be a problem, but I think we need to. I don't necessarily need to say a specific number, but I mean, when I'm giving my opinion, it's with a certain amount of money. I'm not saying that a person has to be rich, but with a certain amount of money in mind.
So how about we standardize this, right? We're talking about you have the choice to choose between pursuing money and pursuing a trustworthy woman, given your current state.
My current state, given my current state, I would choose because I feel like it's easier to get to money than it is to find a good woman. I feel like when you put money, when you are at that success, it's really difficult to find a good woman, because I feel like you can judge a man. You can judge a man's loyalty to a woman when he has a whole bunch of money. But the way you judge a woman's loyalty to a man is when he is nobody, when he has nothing.
Which you just brought me to something that I was about to say. And Elvis, I'm surprised you're quiet. You brought me to something that I was about to say, which is, in the African community, at least, and from what I have seen, you are not getting any loyal woman. Now, I'm saying this as a blanket statement. It does not apply to a lot of women, but to a majority of the African women that I know, that I have come across with, that I either know personally or just looking afar, you're not getting none of that if you ain't got no money, or you're not prospective money material, period. And you guys will agree with me. So it makes it difficult for me to say I am going searching for a trustworthy woman when
I don't have money.
You broke.
But that's what I'm saying. It's really difficult to find that woman. That's why when that woman walks in front of me, I will have to choose her over the money. Because in my mindset, the money is going to come. This 1 in 100 million, this woman right here is 1 in a million.
So this is what I believe. Money is very important. I feel like just like you guys were saying, there are studies that shows that many relationships, and more than 50%
fail
because
there's no money.
Because there's no money.
Finances.
So money is very important. But the reason why I say a woman is because I think there's a trail to getting the money. If you blazing a certain trail, you can get it. Reading books, learning from people, whatever, you can get it. And if you have that know-how, if you lose the money, you will make it again.
You can get it.
If you do not have any doubts in your skills to acquire money. But again, that is all on you. But with the woman,
1 in a million.
it's not just on you, right? And we were talking about this some time ago about a manager getting the right fit and the right talent. For me, it's a similar thing. Just that with this one, the woman, you cannot change them like you change an employee. So for me,
Who says you can't?
Huh?
Who says you can't?
Oh no, I don't see it that way. If I get a girlfriend, this is the reason why I do not
Open relationships.
I do not hop in relationships like that. For me, it's
You just made my point right there. This is the reason why you don't jump into relationships.
No,
So you're
let's
supposed
finish.
to know her trustworthiness before you get into a relationship.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
of course.
you can't.
But what I'm saying is, when I talk about a girlfriend, anytime I talk about a girlfriend, I'm looking at it as a progression, girlfriend to fiancé to wife. So I put all of that in the same boat there. With that, it's very very difficult, like extremely difficult, because it's not just up to you. It's up to her upbringing, something that is not in your control at all. When it comes to money, it's in my control. It's in my control. How I want to make money, if I know how to make money, it's in my control. Ajahu was making a point about when you have a good woman, she can help you get to where you are. I don't necessarily agree. I do not necessarily agree with that.
Mhm.
Even though it happens, right? It happens
Mhm.
with the women helping guys a lot with these things. But there's trouble if you let a woman bestow that type of masculinity on you, because then at that point she's your rock. If she
Is that not what she's supposed to be?
no, no, of course she's supposed to be your rock, as in, relationship wise and all of that. But your drive, I don't think your drive should necessarily, she should be the source of your drive.
No.
I don't
of
think
course not.
she should be
No.
she should be the main source of
I don't
your
think
drive.
anybody should be the source of your
You
drive.
should be
Period.
the
Yes,
Like,
yes,
it's-
that's
it's
that's
you.
Well, no,
that's what
let's take
that's
that
what I'm
back.
saying.
Somebody can be the source of your drive, but I don't think it should be your woman.
Your
It should be
significant
something
other.
bigger than that.
Something you aspire to be like.
Maybe kids, maybe your kids. The kids could fuel you.
Something greater than you.
That's what I'm saying. Something bigger than you.
Something
But it
greater
cannot
than
be, oh, because I love you.
Nah.
Yeah.
When that's all
Women
involved,
look.
Yeah, it cannot be
Love,
because I love you.
That shit is
Like that's some movie Hollywood shit.
Yeah, a lot of people
In
are-
reality, that's nonsense.
But all right. So the question would be with this: is that okay? You're a good woman, and you're a good woman, and you're a good woman. That can be something totally different. So you have to ask yourself, what is a good woman to you? Because
No,
good to me is
We're talking trustworthy though.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm thinking.
trustworthy.
Yeah.
So are you looking for a woman who's trustworthy in the fact that she can take care of the home? Are you looking for a woman that is trustworthy, that she's going to give you what you need at this particular time? She sucks doing this, but she's great here. What are you looking for?
When I-
So
Okay,
Okay, you
I
go
can
ahead.
interject in that. When I say trustworthy to me, which covers everything, is loyalty.
I was about to say that. So I think every man in here is thinking a woman that will not go fuck and suck another man's dick.
I mean, that's what,
Period.
yeah, I agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying. That is not enough.
That's not just it. That's
not just-
it.
yeah.
Of course, but that's a big part
But
of
when
it.
I say
That's a
loyalty,
big part of it.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And that to me is not enough reason.
That's not just
Right? That is a big part of it. Trustworthy. I want a woman that I know got my back. That's holding me down. That is going to stay loyal, right, through thick and thin. That I don't have to worry about cheating, or I don't have to worry about doing something that she knows I'm not in agreement with, right?
Yes.
And it can encompass all sorts of things. But
Yeah,
I know
it's not just cheating.
Yeah, but I know it's there. Cheating being key in those things. But I know she's there for me. Those things to me are not as important as securing
Yes.
my future, as securing the future of my family,
You gotta have it.
as securing the future of the people, my friends, the people that depend on me, which is a lot.
So
That comes nowhere
I think
close
so
to ensuring that I have a trustworthy woman. Because you know what? You know what I found out? I can always buy trust. Unfortunately.
Oh hell no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, then you've
No,
not been in a
no,
situation
no,
like that.
no,
You've not been in there.
No.
what trustworthy means to me is loyalty. And when I say loyalty doesn't just mean you're not gonna cheat, blah blah blah. If we're just bringing it to that, then that's nothing. That's the least.
that's not what we're coming to.
That's the least you could do.
So what's loyalty? What's loyalty to you?
Is loyalty encompasses everything, man. You have my back through everything. Everything.
As a human being,
Mhm.
just genetically, we're wired to look out for ourselves.
I agree, and that's okay. That's
So if you're saying to look out for you
And
through
everything,
everything,
uh-huh.
and
I
that
don't- I don't-
everything
I don't
is to
expect that.
a detriment,
Yep, I don't expect that.
some trustworthy women
I don't know.
will flake out on you.
That's not
Because-
trustworthy.
That's not.
Yes, it is
That's
trustworthy.
not trustworthy. That's not what I'm talking about.
Your job as a man is not to put her in that situation to begin with.
Exactly.
So if you are telling me that you want her to follow you through everything,
Yes.
and that everything comes to a situation where she has to choose between you and her, and she chooses herself,
She's going to choose herself.
and if you say you love her,
No.
you
No.
should understand.
No, I don't understand.
No, but when we talk about trust, it's not a one-way street.
No, it's yes, you're right.
It's not a one-way street. So I was having this conversation with someone at my workplace, and my boss was like, the greatest sin in the world is betrayal.
Yes.
The greatest sin in the world is betrayal. And this is what he said. If I know I can count on you for something. What people want always is predictability. If I can predict what you are going to do, it's easier for me to trust you if I can predict what you are going to do. If I can't predict what you are going to do, then you have me thinking all the time. If I'm with you, I'm thinking all the time. That is not something you would want, especially in a wife. That is not something you would want. You want to know what she's thinking. You want to know how she moves,
how she would react to certain situations.
How she would react. There are some things you like to share intimately with others, but you cannot do it with everybody. You know,
I agree.
There are only some few that you would like to do it with.
Yes.
If you cannot trust anybody to do that with, and you share it, you fight. If something happens, and we see that now all the time, guys do some shit and then things happen and all their secrets are out, all their insecurities are out, all of that.
Yeah.
You don't want that. In your relationship, you want sanity.
Yes, okay.
You want to be able to go out there and know you're coming back home to a peaceful home. Know that your woman has everything in order. She also trusts you when you go out. You know, just the sanity of it all. It makes everything worth it.
Peace and harmony.
Yes, right now. So I'm not talking about money in terms of you don't have money at all. I mean, come on, as a man, what are you bringing to the table? What are you doing?
We're not saying be rich.
I'm not saying be poor, because at that point you are asking her to put her trust into something that is. I mean, if you are debt poor, you are most likely a very lazy man. You are most likely a very lazy man.
It correlates.
And you shouldn't be expecting loyalty from anybody. From your woman.
I used to be that poor. I was not a lazy man.
No, I didn't say.
He said usually.
Most likely.
He didn't
most
say
likely.
all the time.
If you are most likely.
I know a lot of very poor men who are not. So I'm saying when you say that most likely, it's too much of a blanket statement.
You are not doing what. For me, it's for me. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you're not doing what you're supposed to do. If you cannot make ends meet to support your family, you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Do I agree with the fact that you're not doing what you're supposed to do? Yes. Doesn't mean you are lazy. No. You might be doing a lot of the wrong things. The difference between myself and Warren Buffett is not because he works harder than me. I believe I work harder than he does.
No, you're missing the point.
No, hold on. The difference is that he has access to information, or he has information that I don't have. And he's able to utilize that information effectively.
And what did I say?
No, I'm coming. I'm making a point.
You need to keep reading.
I'm coming. I'm making a point. You are making this argument, which is true for some, but might not be true for a lot of people who do not have access to the reading material that you're talking about, who do not have access to the resources you're talking about, who do not have access to a lot of things that help you be able to take care of a family, that help you be able to be that kind of man that we're talking about. So to say that if you are you are damn poor,
look,
most likely you are lazy, you're doing the wrong things.
Look,
you don't
need a lot of money to raise a family. You don't.
You're right.
We've seen. You don't need a lot of money to raise.
What lifestyle do you want for your family?
Okay, so the lifestyle you want for your family should correlate with the amount of money you are able to bring in as a family. Your household income. It should. You cannot try and live a lifestyle that your income cannot support. Okay.
Yes, correct.
You don't need a whole lot of money to raise a
to survive in general. You don't. You're right.
You do not.
You do not. No.
But what I'm saying is you need to show something. You need to show something for you to earn the loyalty, to even bring somebody into your household and be like, look, I want you to be my wife. I want us to have kids. I want us to do all of that. You cannot be not working and expect to bring a woman in and say, okay, be loyal to me. Next whatever years I'm going to start. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, really.
Okay. It doesn't work like
but
that.
Even as a man right now of my means, I still think that securing money, securing the future,
secure the bag,
is more important. Secure the bag. It's more important than a trustworthy woman.
It is.
Okay.
I still think
Mm-hmm.
that getting a trustworthy woman is relatively more straightforward than securing the bag.
You think it's more
And that's
I'm
where I
coming.
disagree with you.
Yes, I think it's more straightforward.
Why?
Why do you think it's more straightforward?
I think it's more straightforward. If you know exactly what you want and you look at it from a woman, knowing very well that she has, so this is me, right? I agree and I've come to accept, and life made me accept it, that people are going to disappoint you. Period. That's life.
I agree.
People are going to hurt you. Period. That's life. And so my job is to give you just enough of what I think you can hurt me with. If I feel that I cannot take it, my job henceforth in my life is to not give you more than I think I can handle should you hurt me.
So are you saying you're willing to live with a woman you do not fully trust?
Oh fuck no. I hope not.
To say that you fully trust a woman in itself is a fallacy. It's a mistake.
Some of the shit that they do is yeah.
To say that you fully trust anybody, the Bible even says it.
No, here's the thing.
Why would I say I fully trust somebody? That is a mistake. That is a point-blank period mistake. You fully trust somebody.
Yes, you have to trust somebody.
Here's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, you trust
And
somebody.
that's why
no.
That's why I will choose the woman every time over the money, because that quality is rare.
And I'm
It's
telling
so
you-
rare.
and I'm
I
telling you-
can't find that.
And I'm
I
telling you,
can't
you're
find that.
setting
The
yourself
money
up for
I can't
heartbreaks.
find. The money I can go get at all times. When that woman is in front of me,
You're saying this is we have a scenario saying this is what it is. So it's not about saying
You have a unicorn scenario. That's what I'm trying to say.
it's
You have a unicorn scenario.
The
That's what
money
I'm trying to say.
and that is why it's more important.
That's why it's more important.
That's why it's more important.
Because it will not happen. It's not
No,
realistic.
For me, if I do not have that kind of trust in you, I'm not getting married to you. Period. Because marriage, I see marriage as a one-time thing. This thing I go into it, that is it. I'm not trying to do it twice.
Look.
I'm not
If you know once, I was afraid. So it's definitely not happening twice.
Yeah, it's not happening twice. I have to do it just once.
Yeah.
And if I can't trust you, I cannot go ahead.
I feel-
with it. And there are some things like they are simple. There are little successes in your life that you like to share with certain people, like domestic companionship. Okay, there's little things you don't want to go put on Instagram. There are little things, just to have somebody to be able to talk to, and all of that. It's all very, very important to me. It's very important to me. Your wife will know your insecurities and all of that stuff, and everybody has insecurities.
So I think that this topic right here really boils down to one thing, and I want everyone to answer this. What do you think is more rare? A trustworthy, loyal woman, or your ability to make that money, to go get that money? I feel like that's really what all it boils down to. If you trust in your ability, of course, you will see the value. You will see how much more important a loyal woman is than the money.
I don't understand.
What's more rare?
What's more rare?
Uh-huh.
A woman. What's more important? Money.
You're crazy.
It's real simple.
No.
Yeah.
Right now, the question is which one is more important? That was the question, right?
Yeah.
Which one is more important? But we agree that they are all very important. In my view, okay, you don't need a woman. You don't need a woman if you do not have a certain level of comfort with money,
security.
stability. You do not.
Mm-hmm.
You do not.
I think that's something we can all agree on.
Yes, just work on your damn self. Okay, work on your damn self.
No, it's true.
It's that simple. And for
Can we all agree that getting married, making 20, 15, I'm talking about like college kids.
Makes no sense.
For a guy, I will say this again. For a guy to do that, it's ridiculous. For any girl to follow a guy making 20,000 and says he wants to marry you or be your boyfriend is a fool. Any girl who does that is a fool. You are a complete fool, honestly. Like, how are you following a guy who's only making 20,000 and says he wants to marry? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. What kind of life do you want for yourself?
Yeah,
But we see them having it every day.
because they don't think about
They're all fools. They're not thinking
They
straight.
don't think about that.
He can barely take care of himself.
They don't think about that.
He can't take care of himself, not barely.
Ladies, if your boyfriend makes less than 20,000, ditch him. There's no talking about this. Ditch him. Don't give him don't give him no excuse, nothing. Just ditch him. MIA, block his number. By the way, I need to give my number so you can call me on this one. But yeah,
He makes 21,000.
The cutoff. But this is serious. This is serious. And if you are a guy and you're making 20,000 and a girl wants to come join you at 20,000, dude,
She's a silly girl.
Very.
very silly.
Why are you insulting her? I think the guy should be insulted though.
Yeah.
Like if you're a guy at 20,000 and you're thinking about getting married, you need to be in a hospital, a mental hospital.
Priorities need to be rearranged.
Is it priorities only?
I think so.
I think you have a mental problem at that point. Like you have a serious mental problem, and we need to evaluate you and look if you're fit enough to be in society.
You also
Like
have to-
how can you
Man
be
said
barely
fit enough to be in
living
society.
and you're talking about I want to get married? Who? Do you know how scared I was when I was making that kind of money? Like I was scared every day. I was praying my car did not break down. I was thinking about rent day in, day out. Like
I'm still
like,
paying my car don't break down.
like you're thinking about all that shit and you want to get married
Yeah.
and have a family?
Yeah, it's not at that time. These
Whoa.
guys ain't thinking about that shit. They thinking about love and fucking and
Where's the love?
love is a drug. What's one?
Oh, fuck that shit.
You look-
Love
So,
is a
so,
fucking
so,
drug.
so let me tell you something about love, right?
It's a fucking drug.
Let me tell you something about love.
It's
Something
addicting.
about love. Love is more addictive when you have money. Love is sweet.
It's more sweet that. That's the truth, bro.
when there's money.
That's the truth,
But
man.
love,
Nah, that one no
you
sweet.
see love.
Where you got
Wait
money?
till you can afford, right, to get on a plane, fly wherever the fuck it is that you want to go to,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
live wherever the fuck it is that you want to live at, eat whatever the fuck it is that you want to eat,
When you want to eat it.
when you want to
How
eat
you want to eat it.
it, how you want to eat it,
If you want to eat
if
it.
you want to eat it. Buy her whatever the fuck it is that you want to buy her, and see if you will not be Mr. Superman.
If you
And see if that love will not be the best love.
if you want tacos, we're going to Mexico. if you want pizza, we're going to Italy.
Now compare that to I'm in my college dorm.
Oh boy,
Oh.
Taco Bell, Lou.
Let's go to McDonald's.
No, but seriously,
I'm in love with you.
that brings about a point. That brings a point. That brings a point, though.
When you don't know something.
If you are in college, I mean, look, I didn't know this when I was in college.
Of course, yeah.
But now I'm out. I know this. If you're in college, forget about dating any girl. Forget.
We're not saying don't fuck though.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
We all can agree that a trustworthy woman is very important.
Essential to life, yes.
Money
Also very important.
is very important.
Essential to life,
And as a man, you want both of them.
yes.
You need both of them.
You need both of them.
Imperative.
Actually, it's like oxygen to us. We
Imperative.
need to have both of them.
Yeah.
Now, the only place where we differ is that for some of us,
Which one comes first?
a little one, something comes first.
Money.
And the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
Money, yeah.
That's it. But ultimately, they're both fucking important to us. Viewers, thank you very much for watching this show. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot of fun stuff coming. And